Mr. Fred. Shabbat Sholom. Which one? Oh, about the online stuff. Somebody needs to go over that and throw out the ones that are. No, that's it. No, that's good. I like that.
Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Let's take a moment to rise and greet the people around us, wish each other a Shabbat Shalom. You may all be seated except for Tammy Rudner and Ben Nahum, who I am delighted to invite to kindle the lights of Shabbat.
As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we in our own day be among those who kindle light.
And now we turn the page for the introduction to the Kiddush.
Vayihi Erev, Vayihi Boker, Yom HaShishi. Vayhulo Hashemayim Haaretz, V'chol Tzva'am, V'hal Elohim Bayom HaShvi'i, Melachto Asher Asa, Vayishbot Bayom HaShvi'i, Mikol Melachto Asher Asa, Vayiverech Elohim et Yom HaShvi'i, Vaykadesh Oto Ki Vo Shavat Mikol, מלאכתו אשר ברא אלוהים לעשות.
Together.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei beri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho, be'ahava uvratzon, hinchilanu, zikaron lema'aseh v'reshit, ki hu yom tefillah lemikra'e kodesh, zecher l'tziat mitzrayim, ki banu v'charta ve'otani kidashta b'kol ha'amim, v'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava uvratzon hinchaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai, mekadesh hashabat. Amen. L'chaim. And thank you to you both. We're going to continue our service in the middle of page 9. I want to first welcome back all of you who are at APAC, because we have a very strong contingent here tonight of those of you who represented us at APAC. As well, I want to introduce this as what has become an annual custom, our Packed Shabbat. So the Shabbat before the big Nehemiah action, which is the major action of this grassroots organization, Pact, of which we are a part, and Rabbi Davis will be speaking more about that later. But here we are on page 9, and let's read this responsively. There are days when we seek things for ourselves and measure failure by what we do not gain.
On Shabbat, we seek not to acquire, but to share.
There are days when we exploit nature as if it were a horn of plenty that can never be exhausted.
On Shabbat, we stand in wonder before the mystery of creation.
There are days when we act as if we cared nothing for the rights of others.
On Shabbat, we remember that justice is our duty and a better world our goal.
So we embrace Shabbat, day of rest, day of wonder, day of peace. Page 12, Lechuna Ranana.
Let us sing unto God a new song. Let us sing unto God a new song.
we turn now to page 20 for Lecha Dodi, we welcome the Sabbath bride into our midst. And for our final verse, we rise to greet her at the door of our Beit Hana.
Lecha Dodi likrat kala pnei Shabbat nekabela lecha Dodi likrat kala pnei Shabbat nekabela shamor v'sachor v'dibor echad hishmianu el hamiuchad Adonai echad u'shmo echad l'shem tiferet v'li'ila lecha Dodi likrat kala pnei Shabbat nekabela lecha Dodi likrat kala pnei Shabbat nekabela likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha ki mekor habracha merosh miketen nisucha סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה lecha Dodi likrat kala pnei Shabbat nekabela lecha Dodi likrat kala pnei Shabbat nekabela התעוררי כי בעורך ומאורי שדברי כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה lecha Dodi likrat kala pnei Shabbat nekabela lecha Dodi likrat kala pnei Shabbat nekabela בואי ושלום עטרת מעלה גם בשמחה ובצהלה תוך אמוני עם סגולה בואי חלה בואי חלה lecha Dodi likrat kala pnei Shabbat nekabela lecha Dodi likrat kala pnei Shabbat nekabela lecha Dodi likrat kala pnei Shabbat nekabela lecha Dodi likrat kala pnei Shabbat nekabela.
We remain standing for the call to worship and turn to page 28.
There is one, there is one, there is one, there is one.
There is one who sings the song of his own life, finding everything within himself.
There is one who leaves the circle of herself and sings the song of her people.
There is one There is one whose voice rings with the song of humanity, hoping for the highest perfection.
And there
Together,
is one who is
together,
there is
and there's
one
who rises even higher, uniting with all creatures, with all worlds, filling the universe with song. Nivarech, let us bless.
Page 30. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim b'chokhma poteach sha'arim. God of creation, who makes the evening fall from light into darkness with the setting of the sun. You unfold the heavens with brilliant moon and stars and wrap our souls with peace. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim b'chokhma poteach sha'arim. Baruch atah Adonai Ha'ma'ariv Aravim.
A poem before the words of Shema. May you be known as one who is willing to stand up and be counted. Do what you can to contribute to the well-being of others, and find comfort in knowing that others are making contributions as well. May you never worship false values or build a golden calf in moments when you feel worthless and abandoned. May you never delude yourself, but remain aware of your own value and potential, your own inner divine spark that keeps you centered and secure in your beliefs and values. Amen. As we turn to these words of Shema on page 34, we think about that unique and precious and holy divine spark that is within each one of us, and how all of those sparks are connected together through God. We chant these words. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. You may be seated.
Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לעוד על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
We turn to page 40, and as we prepare ourselves for the Mi Chamocha, I'll share these words. The Israelites walked into the Reed Sea 1 foot at a time. What were they thinking about as the water rose up their legs, chilling their hearts, advancing toward their open mouths? We continue to walk here, now, 1 foot at a time, on our better days forward. Alone, I cannot reach the far shore without drowning. Somehow I don't go under. The person to my right holds me up. Something I cannot see holds him up. Blessed is the source of help, so often unexpected. I step forward. The sea is vast. Mi Chamocha. We continue with the words of Yismechu on page 44. On Shabbat, we imagine the world for this moment as whole and perfect, and we rejoice in it. Yismechu. Shabbat. to imagine a perfect world. We're going to turn to page 46 for the central prayers of our worship, Hatfilah. And as we do, we pray that our hearts and our mouths will be open. Adonai, sifatai tiftach ufi yagi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Velohei Avoteinu v'Imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Velohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanorah, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Vekoneh Hakol, V'zocher Chazei Avot v'Imahot, Umevi Geula Livnei v'Nehem, Lema'an Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer Umoshia Umagen. Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham ve'ezrat Sarah. Atah gibor leolam Adonai, Mechayeh hakol atah Rab lahoshia. Mashiv haruach umorid hagashem, Mechalkel chayim bechesed. Mechayeh hakol berachamim rabim, Sohomech noflim verofeh cholim. Umatir asurim, umekahayeh mehemunato, lishenei afar, michamocha baal gevurot, umido melach, melech meimid, umekahayeh, umatzmiach Yeshua, v'nemanat halachayot hakol. Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayeh hakol. Atah kadosh u'shimcha kadosh, u'kadoshim b'chol yom yahalalucha selah. Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el hakadosh. We continue silently. As Rabbi mentioned, this is Pack Shabbat, the Shabbat before the Nehemiah action meeting this Monday night, and we're reminded of the importance of praying with our feet as Rabbi Abraham Joshua Heschel taught us, and the importance of simply showing up for our neighbors. So in your program, there is a beautiful piece called History Will Ask. I'm going to teach you the chorus that you can join in and hopefully join in with the rest. So the chorus goes like this. Rally the angels, there's work to be done. Just try that. Rally the angels,
there's work to be done. Go sound the trumpets, come all, come one. Go sound the trumpets, come all, come one. Justice is calling that we lead the way. Justice is calling that we lead the way. And history will ask what we did on this day. And history will ask what we did on this day. Freedom's held hostage by hatred and fear, crying a desperate cry. Who will come running? Which ones will hear? Which ones will turn and deny? Mercy's been challenged by a dangerous sword, held by an angry hand. Who will go save her? Who'll strike the chord, claiming throughout the land? Together, rally the angels, there's work to be done. Go sound the trumpets, come all, come one. Justice is calling that we lead the way, and history will ask what we did on this day. Goodness is begging that we listen close and rise to an ancient call that asks us to stand up against all her foes and fight until each of them falls. Rally, rally the angels, there's work to be done. Go sound the trumpets, come all, come one. Justice is calling that we lead the way, and history will ask what we did on this day. No time for silence, no time to wait, no time to gamble humanity's fate. Rally the angels, there's work to be done. Go sound the trumpets, come all, come one. Justice is calling that we lead the way, and history will ask what we did on this day. History will ask what we did on this day. History will ask what we did on this day.
Thank you. That was beautiful. Thank you, Marshall and Alan. Thank you so much. Our thoughts turn to those who are in need of a prayer of healing, whether it's a prayer for physical healing or spiritual ease. And so I'm going to ask you to turn your attention to all the names that are in our Shabbat brochure. These are all the people who we have been asked to pray on behalf. And as well, if there are any names from our congregation that you'd like to share with us, please rise at this time. Phyllis? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We think about all of those whom we have named and all of those in our Shabbat brochure as together we turn to page 253 and pray for healing and shalom and wholeness for them all.
Mikol
And on this Shabbat, though we have no B'nai Mitzvah, we have no baby namings, we have no conversions, we have no wedding blessings, but still we have reasons to celebrate. And so for this moment of Simcha, I'm going to invite anybody who is new here tonight, who's never been to Temple Beth Sholom, to please rise. Okay, I thought I recognized every face, but you can never be sure. Now I'd like to invite anybody who has a birthday or an anniversary in this month. We're still in March. Okay. Now, those of you who returned from APAC, please rise. Now, anyone who is planning to go to the Nehemiah Action on Monday night, please rise. Anybody who has ever been to a Nehemiah Action, please rise. Anybody who is not going, has never been, but is counting on others to go to represent them. Okay, we thank God that we can depend on each other, on our community, as we recite these words of Shehechianu together.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu v'kimanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu v'kimanu v'higianu lazman
Please stay standing as we turn to page 282 for the Aleinu, and I'll invite Jeff and Leslie to please come up and open the arks for Aleinu. And we turn eastward toward Jerusalem.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, l'tet gedula liyotzeh bereshit, shelo asanu kigoyei ha'aratzot, velo samanu kemishpachot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkeinu kahem, v'gor aleinu kechol hamonam, va'anachnu korim u'mishtachavim u'modim lifnei melech malachei halachim hakadosh baruch hu v'ne'emar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz bayom hahu bayom hahu yihye Adonai echad u'shemo echad.
Please be seated. We turn now to page 294 for the recitation of the Kaddish. And in this moment of memory, we think about all of those loved ones that have been part of our congregation, or loved ones who are members of our congregation who have died in the last 30 days. Jeffrey Rosen, Linda Layla Lindenfeld, Gloria Charlin, Cliff Turkel, Donna Diamond, Nate Evan, and Seymour Gelber, who will be laid to rest on Sunday. As well, we remember all of those whose yard sites are observed on this Shabbat and whose names have lovingly been inscribed in our alcove of remembrance. We remember Michael Burt Albin, Tevya Bang, Robert Bright, Lilo Camp, Genia Coles, Mayor Kruminski, Samuel Engel, Alan First, Abraham Geller, Adam Gross, Neil Kars, Helen Knopke, Hyman Corey, Herbert Lowenstein, Elias Lustig, Perla Santomer, Jane Silvers, Phyllis Silvers, Martin Spiro, Henry Wexler, Ethel Ween, and Harry Winston. And on this Shabbat, we also remember the following individuals: Rita Corman, Jack Bernard Levine, Isidore Jack Miller, Mel Nesselroth, Gershon Press, Leonard Schrager, Aviva Sinnerman, Stella Spritzer, Devora Vaxman, Edward Weinroth, and Sophie Gabrieloff. If there's anybody here this evening observing a yort site of a loved one whose name I did not mention, please rise and share that name with our congregation. Thank you. Remain standing, please, Marty, for the Kaddish. Thank you. I'll invite the whole congregation to rise. We think as a congregation of the 6 million men, women, and children who died in the Shoah, of the over 24,000 Israeli soldiers who died so that we might have a Jewish homeland, and of the thousands and thousands of American soldiers who have died defending our liberties. And we take them all into our hearts with our own as we recite these words of Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divrach yirutei v'yamlik malchutei, b'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael, b'agala v'zman kari v'yimru amen. Yehei shemei Rabbah mevarach le'alam l'almei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei d'kudasha b'richu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbachata v'nechemata, damiran be'alma v'yimru amen. Yehei shalama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yimru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu yaseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yimru amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us, to all Israel, and all people everywhere. And let us say, Amen. You may be seated, except for Rachel Unger, who is representing our board on this packed Shabbat and brings you greetings and announcements. So do I.
Thank you. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Hi. Loud. I'm Rachel Unger, and I am a member of the Board of Trustees, as well as the co-chair of the Social Justice Network. It is packed Shabbat, so I was asked by Dennis Russ, who is one of our packed leaders, to fill in for him tonight. So technically, I'm here on loan, kind of. I wasn't expected to be here, but I am, which I'm thrilled because packed is very important to me. So I'd love everyone to look at their brochure, because the very first date that you will see is Monday, April 1st, which is this Monday, where we will be expected to be at the Nehemiah Action. We will expect 1,500 congregational members from 40 churches, synagogues, mosques, and universities. We will call on elected officials to address problems in Miami-Dade County regarding affordable housing, gun violence prevention, and immigration reform. As a member of the Gun Violence Committee, I will be speaking at the Nehemiah Action this year. It's a great opportunity to see our community take action. It will take place at New Birth Missionary Baptist Church. We will be having a carpool from Temple Beth Shalom starting at about 6, running through 6:30. So you can come here at any point in that time and probably grab a ride with someone. The registration at the church starts from 6:30 to 7:30, and programming will begin at 7:30 till 9. So I know when Rabbi Pomerantz asked who was attending Nehemiah Action, I did not see everyone in the room stand up. So I'm here on the Pack Shabbat to give my final push to ask you, if you did not stand up, if you could reconsider and possibly be able to stand up and say, I will be there on April 1st, if you don't have something already in your calendar. It really is a very empowering night, and it's important that when all of our elected officials look out into the congregation, that they see it filled, not just with Temple Beth Sholom members, but with your friends, etc. So the ask by Pact is that you not only come yourself, but that you ask 3 people that you know to attend. You bring them. That's what I meant by ask them to attend. So that means you'll be 4 people represented, right? I kind of feel like Temple Beth Sholom always overdoes it, so let's try to go for 5, you and 4 other people. I don't know. Whatever it is that you can do. If you can't be there, please reach out to your family, friends, everybody through text or a phone call, because we'd like to get as many people there as possible. 2 other things that I thought stood out on the programming to me were the Yodea Shabbat featuring Dr. Etkin Kramer on Friday, April 12th. There's going to be discounted BRCA testing that night, and it's an important evening. I'm sure that there is a huge educational piece behind that all of you should hear about, so mark that in your calendar. And something that I will be attending with my family, and hopefully my parents as well, is a second night community Seder. I ordered the Fox Hunt on Amazon when I first heard about it, so I am very intrigued to read it and find out all about it, because the author of that book will be attending, correct? And speaking, so that should be tremendous. So please, everybody be at Nehemiah Action so that we can all let justice roll. And you repeat it after me. Let justice roll. All right, I will see you there. Thank you. Shabbat Shalom.
Sometimes you feel like you're speaking to the choir. Sometimes you feel like the sermon's already been given. Good job. Beautiful. So tonight, I'm going to share with you a little bit about PACT, and I'm going to attempt to edit as I go through my sermon, because between Rabbi Pomerantz and Rachel Unger, we've got part of it covered. But what I want to ask you to do is something for our community, not just for Temple Beth Sholom, not just for the members of the Temple Beth Sholom Pact leadership group that have been working so hard on these issues, but it's really for our larger community. It's for Miami-Dade, it's for Florida, it's for United States, it's for the world, I believe. One of my favorite songs is a blues song called Joe's Blues. There's not very many versions of the Joe's Blues that I like. There's a bunch of them out there, but there's only one that I really do like. And there's a great line in there in the song. It says, I need you person to person. Don't send me no letter. Don't call me on the telephone. I need you person to person. Sometimes community is like that. We need people person to person. Showing up in person isn't always easy. Sometimes it's not convenient or noticed or necessarily enjoyable. For about 15 years, I've been asking you individually and sometimes as a group to show up for this rally. Tonight, you've already been asked a couple times and you're getting asked again right now. PACT is an organization that TBS is aligned with. It does grassroots advocacy. And a Monday evening, we're going to honor Nehemiah. 2,500 years ago, Nehemiah showed us the way. The prophet heard the cry of the people, he called the people together, and he held the public officials accountable. And PACT has a very successful and sometimes laborious process in doing this. We have had enormous success over the past 30 years that PACT has been in operation. We have addressed out-of-school suspensions, unemployment, juvenile justice, health in our schools, teacher training, safety in our neighborhoods, crime prevention, public transportation, educational reform, and neighborhood safety. Amazing accomplishments. The way it works is through PAC. We listen to what the issues of the people are. We identify changes that we can work on. We research solutions and ways to go about making these changes. And then we approach change agents, government officials, community leaders, school board members, elected representatives, and we show them our research and we show them potential for success and for change, and then we demand that they make changes. The people, not money, make this demand. One of the main things about PAC that is different, it is not about money. This is about people. The Nehemiah Action is a process that culminates on Monday. And many of our leaders, Dennis Russ, Rachel Unger, Rachel Pollock-Singerman, and a group of 20 dedicated representatives of our TBS community have been immersed in bringing solutions to our officials in the areas that were mentioned: immigration reform, reduction of gun violence, and creating more affordable housing. And on Monday night, these officials will be there at the New Birth Missionary Baptist Church. And these officials will not be waiting to hear Nehemiah's words. They will not be waiting to hear inspiration from a priest or an imam or a rabbi. They will not be looking for who the wealthy people are that are there. Our officials will be looking to see our faces, to feel the pulse of the people, to see how many people show up, and to hear that our community is strong, studied, resolute, wise, and insistent, and especially unified in a call for certain changes. Today I received an email from Rachel Prespatino, who is the lead organizer from PACT. And sadly, one of the issues that we're working on has affected her. Her nephew was just murdered. So she writes, and I read in part, "Hello all, this is a very difficult email for me to write. Many of you already know that I've been absent from PACT activities for the last week because of a tragedy in my family. Many of you have sent condolences and asked what you can do to help. The truth is that there's nothing you can do to ease my pain, my family's pain, or undo what has been done. I lost my 19-year-old nephew last week when another young man chose to shoot and kill him. With that action, a mother was left without a son, a sister without a brother, grandparents without a grandchild, and so many people without a close friend. We can't undo what has been done. We can't bring our loved one back. But you can do something about the future. You can show up on April 1st with thousands of people from Miami's faith-based community and demand change from our public officials. Our campaign against gun violence over the past 2 years has been successful so far, but we must see this through. So please, this weekend, don't take maybe for an answer. Call your friends. Call yourself. Don't just send a text. Don't just send an email. Don't make an announcement in services that people are going to ignore. Remember why this is important to you in the first place and act on that. The time is now. As Reverend Michael Curry recently said, we must love our neighbor, the one you can see and the one you can't see. And if we really love our neighbor, then we won't let them get deported, we won't let them die from senseless gun violence, and we won't let them live in squalor. In this week's Torah portion we read, Kol ha'edah ha'kahal el petach ohel moed. God spoke to Moses and said, assemble the whole community at the entrance to the tent of meeting. Rashi, the great sage, rips this command apart. He says, it's impossible. The entire community can only gather together if a miracle occurs. The space itself could not hold the entire congregation. And the commentator Ibn Ezra explains that the whole community meant it was represented by its leaders. Dear friends, you are the leaders. Each one of you individually, all of us as a group, anyone that attends this rally is considered a leader. And our community needs you to show up. Not your clergy, not me, but our community needs us to show up person to person. Now, I well know that not all of you can make it to this important rally. I understand that you cannot be in two places at once. I have that problem myself. I'm going to be in Cincinnati at another rally, at another gathering. But Nehemiah is clear. Moses was insistent. Gather the community together. So you're going to find out right where the books are, right when you walk out, and also where the name tags are. You're going to see 2 cards. You're going to see instructions with a map on how to get there, more information if you want it. Here's the pre-registration form if you want that card to pre-register so you don't have to stand in line when you're going in. I'm going to be up here after services with a sign-up sheet. If you're interested in signing up, there's another sign-up sheet on the table out there where the name tags are, and I want you to sign up, and I want you to go, and I want you to hold our officials accountable. But first, we must always hold ourselves accountable. Monday night, I ask you on behalf of the citizens of the world, of our community, of our temple, and on my behalf, please represent our people. Fill the room. Make the space so crowded that we need to make a miracle. Show up, and as we say at PACT, let justice roll. Let justice roll. Now you're going to have, if you're going to go, you got to be prepared. When they say let justice roll, you got, let justice roll. Let justice roll. Beautiful. Let's rise and let's be prepared to sign up for PACT, and let's sing a little bit, Cantor.
Oh, say shalom b'romah, uyase shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru amen. Yase shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Yase shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yase shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yase shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael.
Shabbat shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.